Hello, it's Phil and Casey, and we are live right here at Galaxy's Edge in, where are we at?
Hollywood Studios.
At Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is Galaxy's Edge theme park, Hollywood Studios. A lot of people call this Star Wars Land, but it's actually called Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And Casey wasn't planning on being in our live stream, but she had a mask malfunction, so she had to run up here and find us and then put on a new mask, which is a really cool Disney mask that Heather got for her. And now she is gonna, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go ride Toy Story Mania and try to beat my high score.
Okay, well, she already beat both me and Heather by 2 and 4,000 points. So we are here in Galaxy's Edge. Have fun, see you in a few minutes. We're here in Galaxy's Edge, and Heather and I have just acquired, hi Joy, Heather and I have just acquired blue milk with rum in it. Heather, as you may recall, broke her foot about 60 days ago, and this is our third park day, and she did pretty good on our first park day, and then our second park day she had a lot of pain. And so now our third park day, Heather is on an electric scooter, which is completely awesome. She's rolling around on an electric scooter, and no, it's okay. She's doing fine. She just was having a little bit of pain. Now, can you drive and drink your blue milk?
And read notes, maybe not.
Okay, well, that's okay. All right, so we're gonna go up a little bit further up here. And this is the Star Wars area that they spent billions and billions of dollars on. They've got one of these here in Florida, and they also have one just like this in Los Angeles. Hello, Mike. Yeah, I can get Heather to clear the way. That's a good idea. It might work. She tends to want to slow down when there's people in the way instead of hit the gas. But the area right behind us was kind of the Empire First Order area. And this area that we're walking towards now is kind of a neutral area where you'll see some Empire people and you'll see some people from the Rebels in this area. And check this out. This is a hangar behind me, and look what's in the hangar. It's the Millennium Falcon right there. Very awesome. Heather, we're going to go back this way a little bit. Well, I've got a few things to talk about while we're live today, and we don't have any pictures to go through. Sorry about that, but we do want to remind you that 2 weeks from today at 6 o'clock and 2 weeks from today we'll be on time going live instead of a few minutes late. I apologize about that. But that's how things go here at Disney World. You're doing everything you can to entertain the family and do pictures and everything else. But anyway, 2 weeks from now, which is October the 29th, we will be live with our double photo challenge. And that is, what is it? Street photography of a total stranger is one, and reflections is the other. Bonus points if you get your total stranger looking at you, and bonus points if you can combine, that's huge, street photography and reflections in the same shot. So that is something to think about. And let's see, what other stuff do we have to talk about? Heather's got my notes for me.
Did you mention David's live stream?
I did not. David is going live this coming Tuesday. I don't think he has a photo challenge. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he has a photo challenge. But I think this coming Tuesday at 5:30, David Saylors, our good buddy, will be live. So we'll definitely be checking into that. David's recovering from the pandemic. So I'm guessing he'll be live this coming Tuesday. I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if he's got a photo challenge. So you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. What else we got to talk about, baby girl?
We got photography at Disney.
So on this trip, I've been using the Z50. The last trip I used the X-T3, and on the X-T3 I just carried two lenses. I carried the the 18 to 55 and the 55 to 200. But with the Z50, because I'm a Nikon guy, a lot more choices were available to me, but I still kept it light. I carried the 16 to 50, the 50 to 250. That's the 2 kit lenses. I brought the FTZ adapter, and I brought the 35, the DX35 1.8, which has been awesome. And I also carried the 200 to 500, which I didn't bring to any of the parks, but I did do some wildlife photography around the lake near our room and got a little blue heron with the Z50. So that was pretty cool. And then on my birthday, which was yesterday, Heather and I and Casey, we all went, there's Heather down there in her chair. We all went to Merritt Island, which is a wildlife sanctuary. And for that day, I used the D500 and Heather used the Z50 and her 18 to 400. So we got a video coming out about that. She is adorable. Heather is definitely adorable. We got a whole video from Merritt Island, and another YouTuber, great photographer, Tamron ambassador, David Akubian, recommended that we stop at a donut shop in Titusville, Georgia, or Florida. And we did, and had the donut that he suggested. It was really great. So photography has been fun. It's a lot busier here.
Oh yeah.
This is, we came the first week that they reopened Walt Disney World after they closed it down for the pandemic. And it was so nice and so empty. And it's still, you still have to wear a mask like you see I'm doing now and everybody walking by. But now it's a lot more crowded, a whole lot more crowded now. And so, and they're still being really good about policing the masks. As a matter of fact, mine's starting to slip down over my nose, so that's probably not good. Hold my beer. It's milk. There we go. Thank you, ma'am. So you'll see some people violating the mask rules now that maybe you didn't see on the first week that the park's open. But all in all, it's doing pretty good. And let's see, what else are we talking about?
Sorry, it just lagged.
That's okay. A lot more crowded. That's the basis of that. You still have to get a theme park reservation, not just a ticket, but also a reservation, so they don't just have this place show up and be packed. But they're apparently allowing a lot more reservations now, so a lot more people here.
How we don't like skipping in line.
We have a pet peeve to talk about. It's a rant. It is a rant. I'm just going to amble down here while I talk about this rant. A lot of people come here to Disney World and they'll get in these long lines. Now the lines are socially distanced now, so there's stormtroopers out down here. We may get a view of some stormtroopers. Anyway, because you have to be 6 feet apart in the lines are now way longer than they used to be, and they spill out into just common areas. And people will get in line, but they'll just have one person get in line. And we had somebody in front of us that other people in their party went and got in a shorter line and rode a ride and then cut in front of us to join their family member. So that is a pet peeve of ours. And you may have a different opinion of that, but we can't stand it when people cut in front of us. Oh, the stormtroopers left. They were right there. Crap. What's our next topic?
Oh, the official announcement of the Z6 II and the Z7 II.
Okay, so I did a video on, I think, the last day of September, or maybe the penultimate day of September, about Nikon was going to announce the Nikon Z6 II and Z7 II, and now as of midnight on my birthday, October the 14th, they did finally announce them, and most of the stuff that was on Nikon Rumors was correct. I was happy to see that the pricing was where I guessed it would be, $2,000 for the Z6, $3,000 for the Z7. There were some sites that were saying that they thought the pricing might go up by 30%, which would have put the Z6 at $2,300 and the Z7 at just ridiculous numbers. But that didn't happen. There is no flip screen. They do have the double speed, the 2 processors, so I think that's going to be awesome. Really kind of thrilled about it, and even though I haven't calculated that in my budget, I really want one. So we'll see what happens. I may get one I may not. Does anybody want to buy a rode hard and put up wet, broken, hot shoe Nikon Z6, just absolutely beat to pieces because it's been my workhorse for 2 full years? I may have one for sale, and it'll be less than the usual market value, but it still makes great pictures as long as you don't need flash. All right, what else we got there, Miss Heather?
That was it, huh?
That's it?
That's
I think no, there's got to be more stuff to talk about.
it. Okay.
Look at that.
We talked about David's live stream, our photo challenge, bonus points if they look at you, double bonus points if they're looking at you and you have a reflection, what it's like at Disney World, photography at Disney World, Merritt Island. We can talk about Phil getting almost eaten by an alligator.
Oh, well, that is something. That is something. I didn't put that on there.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so listen to all the sound effects of spaceships they got going on here. Here, open my mask for me.
Mine's almost fine.
I've been working. Okay, now you can close my mask. Thank you. Okay, so we were at Merritt Island. We did the entire 7-mile, what was the name of that loop?
Oh, Black Point Wildlife Drive.
We did the whole Black Point Wildlife Drive loop. And at the very end, can you fix my nose? At the very end, there was an area where you could stop and go to the bathroom. And there was a couple of hiking trails, and we went up one for a pretty good while and got a couple pictures. And then we came back, and the girls by that time were tired, and they just got in the car. And I decided I was going to go up this other trail, and I got about 30 or 50 yards up this other trail, and there was a little bridge that went across a creek. Excuse me. And I started on that bridge, and I heard this grumbling sound, and at first I thought it was thunder off in the distance, and then I realized it was an alligator growling at me. And I know even a huge alligator won't attack a great big fat man like myself, but that didn't mean it didn't scare me. I was on a walking path that was maybe 6.5 feet, 7, 8, 10 feet. No, it probably wasn't even 10 feet wide. And then it was mangroves and water on both sides. I could not see this gator.
It was loud.
But I could hear it. It was growling. It sounded like a lion or it was crazy. And it scared me. So I hollered at Heather, come get me, because she could get she was in the parking lot. She could drive to the edge of the parking lot, and I could run across and just dive into the car. You know, probably was never any chance of me getting attacked, but it scared the crap out of me. And so she starts wobbling, with her broken foot. No, not on foot. Come get me in the freaking car. So anyway, she drives across, and they open up the back door, and I dive in and live to tell about it. But I've got to tell you, I've been close to alligators a bunch of times and haven't been scared at all. But when that thing started making those sounds, and I couldn't see it, so I didn't know how big it was. I mean, it could have been a 5-footer. It could have been a 15-footer. I don't know. But it sounded like Jurassic freaking Park. It scared the crap out of me. And I live to tell about it. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. I can't wait to see all your street photography photos and your reflection photos in a couple of weeks. And we've got tons of videos to put out from here. So everybody have a great night. And blue milk with rum in it from Tatooine, if you're a Star Wars person. We look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now I got to figure out how to stop it. Hold my beer. Okay, I'm going to figure out how to stop it. In the meantime, I'll spin. I'm spinning. Still spinning. Maybe it's this X. Hey, that is it. Bye-bye.